Before we get to your scheduled video, please remember that likes and comments tell YouTube to promote our work to other people, and subscribing to the channel tells you when something new drops. You can also head to the link tree in the description to peruse my books, join us on Discord, or support us on Patreon. You can get episodes of Journey of Wrestling and Violent Profiles early, as well as a load of other treats. Even just $1 a month earns you a name drop for being cool. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show. Greetings and salutations, fellow I was not prepared for this today. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by the boy.
I was not prepared for this today.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast, and we were not prepared for this today. I almost forgot.
Yeah, stuff happens. Sadly, that coincides with us not having anything that's worth talking about on the podcast. We've experienced a couple things separately, but neither of us have enough to say about those things to fill a half an hour together.
Well, and I feel like, those topics are best when you have someone to bounce off of. Otherwise, we're just going to be gushing about something the other person has no anchor for.
Just a lot of, wow, yeah, that sounds interesting.
Oh.
That's not always great. So we're going to be doing a tier list, and boy howdy, did we find a spicy one.
This is titled, in case you want to go looking at it, 100 Ultimate Game Protags Tier List Maker. Based on the characters, not their games. Which is even more baffling given some of the choices here.
In this list, we have a mixture of protagonists and some characters who definitely aren't the protagonist of their game. Definitely aren't. And also, like, if it's the characters, not their games, some of these characters have literally no personality traits. So if you're not allowed to talk about the game, well, they suck.
This is just a baffling
list.
Yeah.
This is one of those, usually, alright, so there's actually a process to getting the tier list done. We have to usually shop for like half an hour to an hour to find a tier list that works, because neither of us is going to make one.
That would take at least 5 times the amount of time.
Exactly. So today we found this awful bullshit, and we're like, nah, run it. We need to talk.
There are characters, we do like to do a positive podcast. There are characters in this tier list that I do think are cool.
Yeah.
You know who else is cool?
Oh, guy from Ohio.
Very cool.
Passion Killer 7-Eleven.
Extraordinarily cool.
No, I'm pulling up a blank.
You are forgetting the classically cool Rob.
Oh, you know what? He's just so cool. He's been cool for so long that he feels like background. You know?
He's
background
always at the
cool.
Foreground of my heart.
No, there you go.
So yeah, let's get this fucking thing started. Marty.
Yeah, it's Marth from...
You haven't played Fire Emblem.
Okay, cool. Fire Emblem. Great. I know him from Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's another thing I'd like to get into here is that... Oh, man, I was right about that guy's name. That's awesome. I was Googling while I was talking. This person, individual, this electronic series of impulses basically just took the Smash Brothers roster and then added the same amount of other characters from elsewhere.
But not even like the whole Smash Brothers roster.
No, it's not even. This is fucking baffling. Okay, so Pit Icarus.
Boy, howdy, have I not played those games.
I played the original NES one for a while.
But this is based on the characters, so ideally, the stuff I know about him from Smash Brothers works just fine. Sure. He always seems happy.
Did you want to elevate Marth then?
Marth has no personality that I've ever been able to discern, aside from the one he was assigned in the Awkward Zombie comics, which, as I gather, is absolutely not his actual personality.
Shout out to Katie Tiedrick.
Pit always seems very happy-go-lucky. He seems fine. He's a cool angel. He's got a good look.
Is he an angel?
Is he not?
Well, it's Kid Icarus, right?
Well, I mean, they call it that, but he works for God.
Well, he works for Palutena.
Who is God.
But like a Greek one. It's not like Jehovah.
That's true. Jehovah for Smash Brothers.
I don't have a Smash Brothers character I like that much. Otherwise, I would have made a "What are you talking about?" Blue's been in there for years.
I just feel like if we don't try for some of these, we're gonna end up with a lot of "I don't know you" and "I don't care to know you."
I mean, I feel like look, okay, I have not played a fucking Fire Emblem game. I have no clue. I have played at least one Kid Icarus game. He seems fine.
And fine is D tier here. The Wii Fit Trainer isn't a character.
Do you want to elevate to
I
C?
don't know.
Are you going to argue? Okay.
No, I'm establishing. We're establishing, not arguing.
This is not the protagonist.
That is.
You are the protagonist of the game.
Yeah, she's an NPC who helps you along.
Yeah.
Lil Mac's great.
Yeah, I'd elevate him to C.
Has vigor and vim, and he's got chutzpah. I like Lil Mac.
I can't decide if Random Inkling is not a protagonist.
They're the player character.
Right, but you customize them. That's not your Inkling.
Do they have any inherent personality traits?
They say woomy.
That's not a personality trait.
My life is a lie. I don't feel like they're.
I feel like then that can either be listed those situations where they don't have any discernible personality traits, but they are definitely the main character of their game. I'd say we can put in D tier because they don't have any personality traits.
Well, then I'm saying let's elevate.
Okay,
Pit.
That's fair.
Sonic, he's fine.
I'd say Sonic is iconic and has enough iterations that you don't. Even the bad ones are at least interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in an S tier.
No,
I'd be okay with A or B though.
Either is fine. Let's put him in A tier because I know that's where Mario's going, and well,
the monkey from Monkey Ball.
That is definitely the main character.
Yes,
but it has no personality traits.
Monkey.
You know what? In that way, they are at the very least they are a monkey. But they also are a child.
And a monkey.
A child monkey. There you go.
This kid is at least a squid.
Better. Bayonetta, very full of personality. Like strong, independent woman. Sort of .jpeg.
I don't like the Bayonetta games.
Really? Why not?
I don't like the gameplay.
Oh, that's part of it?
I don't like the characters.
Oh, really?
I don't like that. Only the things I wouldn't want to be adequately explained to me are adequately explained to me.
And all of the stuff you'd like to have explained or not?
No.
Yeah.
It's not a game for me. Bayonetta is inoffensive. That's possibly the worst word choice I could have made.
Yeah, I mean, genuinely, yeah.
Bayonetta is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
Mostly.
I would say C tier.
C tier.
Low C. Has a personality, but not one we're terribly
I'd say better than Pitt. We don't know him that
Yeah,
well.
that's fair. I don't know you and I don't care. I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's Nights from Nights into Dreams.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's an overrated Dreamcast game.
Nope. I played Dreamcast. No idea what the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's like really one of the most famous Dreamcast games.
Zero recollection. I have no.
Maybe more personality than the Squid Kid.
Cool.
It's a terrible game. I tried it. I don't know who this is.
That's the guy from Yakuza, I think.
Which one?
Almost all of the ones except for the most recent two.
Okay, can you fill me in on?
I don't remember his name, and if I did, I would mispronounce it.
If I did, I would lie to you.
I would. I wouldn't. I'm not familiar enough with it to pronounce it correctly, even if I was sort of half familiar with it. He is a former criminal, a former member of the Yakuza, who is trying to go straight and make a better life, and is constantly assailed by his former Yakuza allies.
Okay.
He's generally fairly honorable. He's a good warrior. And he loves karaoke so goddamn much.
Where would he go in the tier list?
I have sugar packets on this dude, D tier, but I did want to give you the information.
I like him more than the monkey. Mario's cool.
Mario goes an A tier minimum. He's fucking Mario.
Yeah. I think if he had more personality in like the modern games and stuff, I would argue for S tier. But he doesn't.
Nope.
Like Sonic at his worst can be really annoying.
Sonic is at the very least he can be annoying, but there's always a guy there. You know what I mean? There's definitely a there. Mario can be a bit of a blank slate, but when he does show character, it's usually
he's
really fun.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Fun and happy to be around.
Rock
goes in S tier.
You can fight me. Okay,
no, I do not intend to.
All
Rock
right.
goes in fucking S tier. Mega Man rules.
What a legend. What a hero.
I don't like the Mega Man games, the gameplay, and I think that is possibly one of the best video game protagonists ever.
He's a Spider-Man.
All Spider-Man are good.
Robot Spider-Man among them. Ryu is fine.
He's just martial arts guy. He's just shonen protagonist.
I mean, this is Seinfeld is unfunny kind of thing. But
Yeah, he is the martial arts guy. I don't know, that dude I don't want near our playground. Is that supposed to be
Dante Devil May Cry?
That is a bad picture of Dante.
I fucking hate Dante. He's a wiener.
That's a bad picture of Dante, and I never really understood why people think Dante was cool.
No, he's a douche.
And I've played Devil May Cry.
As
I understand it, what I think is
probably better than the monkey.
People regard as the worst one. I beat Devil May Cry 2.
No, you forget the DMC.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
The demilitarized cry. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. That's a man. That's a man. That's a human man. I don't know.
As a Pac-Man.
Pac-Man has no personality, but he's got a great smile.
I mean, like, he does, though. In the point-and-click Pac-Man adventure game from the Super Nintendo.
Alright, explain to me Pac-Man in that game.
Well, so it was a lot inspired by the way... Well, I don't know if it was inspired by... But they kind of worked synonymously with the way he was presented in the 80s cartoon show. So Pac-Man was kind of like... I'm going to say the wrong name. Barney Rubble. We'll use that.
Oh, okay.
But, like, less mischievous.
Well, I'm happy with you putting him wherever you feel he needs to go, then.
I feel Pac-Man's a solid B tier.
Works for me.
Yeah. I'm going to guess this is Jin Kazama.
Yeah, I think that's Jin. It might be Kazuya?
No, Kazuya's got angrier eyebrows.
That's true. Boy howdy, he's Ryu. But, like...
Plus, Dante Devil May Cry.
So, by their powers combined, B tier? Top of C tier?
I suppose he is more interesting than Ryu at the end of the day. Look, Ryu's classic. He's iconic. But in terms of character, he's just a guy looking for people to fight honorably. You know?
Yeah.
At least he's got like
not a lot going on.
My dad's the devil.
There's some soap opera business.
Yeah.
That's a fucking crazy frog. I don't know.
That's the frog from Frogger.
Fuck you. That's the D tier best.
Above. I can kind of relate to his desire to just cross the fucking street, man.
Above Monkey Ball.
Yeah, above Monkey Ball. Yeah, I can't really put him above even Dante there. Snake.
Yeah, Snake S tier.
Jesus
do
Christ.
we need to explain to you people why fucking Solid Snake is an S tier video game protagonist?
Well-developed, clear motivations, good character traits that are interesting to see played out in a variety of situations. This is a half-hour podcast, so...
we got so many more of these dudes to go
I mean, we do, but do we even know half of these people? Anyway, Metal Gear, Solid Snake, good.
Yep.
Simon Belmont.
The Belmonts also usually have, like, personalities. They usually... I believe Simon, is he the one from 1?
Yes.
So he's just very much a righteous warrior for the light, trying to destroy Dracula. and his evil minions.
He's a little two-dimensional, but you know,
firmly, yes, firmly two-dimensional. I'd say C tier.
Yeah, I would say above Ryu.
You need at least 3 dimensions to get above C tier.
He's at least fighting vampires. That's pretty cool. I don't know that Ryu ever has fought a vampire specifically.
I mean, he probably has.
He's fought some weird shit. Oh, you know what? Crossovers.
Yep, he's probably fought a vampire.
Marvel vs. Capcom games when he's had to fight
Morrigan. That's some sort of succubus.
She's
that's
a succubus,
close.
but there is a vampire in those games.
There you go. That is also in the same way we have just an awful picture of Dante. We have just a terrible picture of Cloud.
It's not great.
That is, he looks like he needs help. He needs a minder. Someone to take care of him, because wow, there's just nothing going on behind those eyes.
I haven't played the remake, and I don't know what that's done to Cloud's personality.
Let's talk about what we know.
So, and that's what I was about to say, is I can only go from what I have from Final Fantasy VII and the movie.
The spirits within.
Where he is just the best character, the lady from Frasier.
Yep.
No, I mean, he's... If anything I've heard about the original script for Cloud is right, he's such a better character in that. Like, and comparatively, he's just... He's a 90s teenager's vision of what cool is, which is to say he's just an empty douchebag.
But in, like, a cool way.
I mean, in that sense, yeah. But, like, he's got this whole, like...
He's aloof and reserved, and he's...
mean for no reason.
Like a teenager.
Yeah. I mean, like, he's gone through some shit. Like, there's reasons for it, you know, that you find out later, eventually, that are not clear.
Yeah, he's also, as I understand it... Keep in mind, I say as I understand it, even though I remember beating Final Fantasy VII, and I remember just exactly jack shit about the story. Isn't he Don Drapering a motherfucker? Didn't he steal someone's whole ass life?
Well, he is, but he forgot he did that because of the experiments and trauma. Yeah.
So he forgot that he was doing that?
And then he runs into his childhood girlfriend, and she corroborates his story because she's thirsty.
Sure, yeah, whatever you say. That's definitely your background.
I mean, it's probably better than Jin Kazama.
There you go.
Like, all that said,
he's
not as interesting as Pac-Man.
Great doesn't always mean good.
I really want him to be better in the remake. I haven't played it.
Iconic is a good... Great can just mean, like, iconic. Can just mean, like, well-developed, even if we don't like them as people.
Sure. And I think he's... I mean, he obviously captures people's hearts and minds and stuff, and C tier's full of a lot of empty templates there, and Bayonetta. Donkey Kong.
DK Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's great. Donkey Kong has a very consistent personality, so we don't have that problem. He's fun and not too serious, and he's usually just trying to have a good time and eat bananas. And hang out, and I respect all of that.
Okay.
I'd say mid to high B, above Pac-Man for me.
Above Pac-Man? Yeah, I'm going to leave him in B tier. It's hard to put him in A. There's not a lot going on there. Hold on, I got to create an F tier.
Sora Kingdom Hearts is just a kid. He's just a kid. And, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but, like...
He shouldn't have been in Smash Brothers.
Are you still mad?
Oh, yeah. I'll die mad about it. I played the first Kingdom Hearts when I was age appropriate. He was fine.
Yeah,
he was inoffensive.
He is just like a Japanese fucking protagonist kid. He's, you know, earnest to a fault and trying to help and very credulous.
I'm gonna say there.
Sure.
Seems fair.
Haven't played 2B's game.
No, I don't. No, I mean, whatever. I tried. I didn't care for it. I've never played Crash Bandicoot either, but I have absorbed his personality from the internet.
Yeah, Crash is he's like his games I believe are from the early 2000s, but he's the 90s.
He's pretty early 2000s. You know, honestly, this feels like a really easy one for me. I'm gonna say next to Donkey Kong. Do you think Donkey Kong is better or worse?
I think Donkey Kong wins by virtue of weight in pop culture.
And literal weight also. Crash is great. He's everything that Donkey Kong is. He doesn't give a shit. He's kind of dumb.
He's just trying to have a good time.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of personality. So does Donkey Kong. Spyro, I've never played a Spyro.
Spyro is a mildly combative, but not in like a mean way, more in like a...
He's like a kid's version of Kratos. Like original series Kratos.
Not even that angry.
Okay.
He's kind of like... He's that generation's Sonic, but he's more aggro.
Okay. I leave this in your capable hands.
I would say bottom of B tier.
Bottom of B tier? Not as better than Simon Belmont?
He exists. He has like he's got funny lines that I remember. I played the game when I was a kid.
The ape gathering child from Ape Escape.
I don't fucking know anything about that kid.
I have played maybe an hour of Ape Escape. I don't think this character has a personality.
Well then, you know where he goes.
At least he's not a monkey, but he gathers monkeys.
And corrals them and keeps them away from people.
That's true. Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice, Ape Escape child. Sir Daniel Fortescue.
Haven't played this game.
I can't imagine. I am familiar with this character. I have so much to say that my mouth is like Three Stooges syndrome right now. He appeals to a certain kind of person, and because he appeals to that kind of person, I like him less.
Wow, okay.
But like, I mean, he's largely inoffensive. I would probably say he's got more personality than the Nights into Dreams guy. Put him down here with Pitt.
Sounds fine. I have no idea who that is.
Jack Daxterson.
Vaguely broody. And serious. Not a lot of jokes that I remember from what I've seen of this man's content.
Okay.
He's got stuff going on, but I wouldn't put him above Sora Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
In fact, if you wanted to put him in D tier, I wouldn't complain.
I'm not familiar. I've never touched. I don't even think I've watched a review of
That's where I haven't really played these games very much. That's where I'm getting my info. It's just pop culture knowledge.
I don't even have that.
Then let's say top of D tier then.
Top of D tier?
Yeah.
More important than Nights into Dreams. Not as cool as Sir Dan.
Sure.
Clanker.
I know all about the mechanics of this game, but I know nothing about this fucking guy. Again, I've never played these games. I just know I have
watched you play one of these games.
I don't remember this motherfucker at all.
That's fascinating.
How long did you watch me play this game?
Oh, maybe a couple hours.
Really?
I thought you beat it. I thought you liked these games.
No, not even a little bit. I don't remember this at all.
Because he hangs out with the robot guy. Yeah. It was during a time in our lives. We'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, he must go down further on the list by the fact that I genuinely do not remember him, and I apparently played his video game.
Do you think he's cooler than Elf with a metal band in 2004?
I manifestly can't possibly do so. I don't remember him, and I played his game.
Cat with a leather daddy hat?
I mean, he's got a better look than Frogger.
Frog is a frog.
Yeah.
He's done nothing wrong. Don't besmirch. Don't. Be nice to Frogger. He's probably more interesting than Nights into Dreams.
There you go.
Sly Cooper. This is another shit I didn't...
Sly Cooper's just, like, a thief. Like, he's Lupin the Third.
Okay.
But
that
not
sounds like
horny.
a personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's great. He's fun.
He's
got, like...
Better than Pac-Man?
He's got a crew. He does heists. Sure.
Better than Crash?
No.
Okay. This fuckhead, Kratos.
Now it's time for us to fight. Kratos should be an A tier.
I mean, probably. I just fucking hate him.
And that's why I established this earlier. Great doesn't necessarily mean we like them. It's just, this is an incredibly, especially this version, because that's clearly the PS4 version. And like,
Well, okay, alright.
he's just an incredibly well-written, well-realized character.
And I don't necessarily argue with that, but I've seen people in real life get away with the Kratos maneuver, and that is to say they were a horrible, hate-filled, destructive shit sack for like 20 years, and then they had a kid and settled down and calmed down, and now everyone thinks they're the greatest thing since sliced bread.
As a society, we have to be willing to let people grow. Like,
The bees are coming.
we can't hold people's sins against them forever.
Well, also, he's a PlayStation exclusive, so fuck him for that. You little Sony PlayStation fanboys so mad about Microsoft acquiring games that now they're going to keep them out of your hands. What have you been doing this whole time, you tits?
I haven't played this game, to be clear. I haven't played either of the new God of War.
I haven't played or seen them.
I don't. The gameplay doesn't look interesting to me, but I have taken time to actually watch the story of these games because Kratos is very well realized. He is a person who is struggling to be better than his base instincts, because in his heart, in his soul, he's still the dude who killed an entire pantheon, and he's trying to be better for the sake of his family. I like that narrative.
I mean, I might, but he says boy a lot.
Yeah?
That's
So
no
do you.
good. No, I don't. I've never said that word
I
until
have
just now.
Hundreds of episodes of the podcast that disagree.
Have I? Viewer, go back and check, and you let me know. Give me a count.
Check all the podcasts, watch them all, just in case he says it more than once.
Yeah, gotta. We so better than Sonic?
God, this list is stupid.
I mean, he probably. I'll say bottom of S tier.
No.
No, you don't think so?
No, because
Those old games do still exist.
and he's still a gigantic asshole in them, and pretty two-dimensional.
So, like, what are we talking?
I'd say bottom of 8 tier.
He's going. He's moving. He's around. Link.
Link does not have personality.
No.
Link is great, but every personality trait Link has, you give him as the player.
You know what, though? Wow, that's true. You know, I was going to say iconic status, he's got to go above Pitt, but the man doesn't have a personality. You know, he's probably not even as good as those guys. He's better than Knights.
It's just, based on the characters...
I love The Legend of Zelda.
I love those games, you know, when I've played of them. I haven't played a whole lot of them, but they're iconic games. They're really good, but this is based on the characters, not the games. And if we're going by the character, Link doesn't have one of those.
He's a little ornery and is the hero.
But I know more about who Pitt is, and I barely know what game he's from.
The guy who was in, like, 2 of the Dead Rising games.
No, that guy's later. That's Nathan Drake.
Oh, my bad.
I think.
Hold on, let's put them all together. That sounds fun. Yeah, there we go. Let's just get all these fucking same faces together here. What else we got? You can hang out. Oh man, look at these unique and interesting characters. That's great. Those are good. Those are all the ones I've seen. Cool, fantastic. Oh, this guy. Jesus Christ. Can you tell these guys apart? No, you can't. Good question.
Nathan Drake is just like millennial Indiana Jones.
Fucking millennials. No, I have no idea.
I
know nothing about this shit.
I know that.
Oh, he's really reedy. He's from Brooklyn for some reason. He's like really young. That's Nathan Drake, right?
If Nathan Fillion had gotten the part he should have gotten, he'd be an A tier, because Nathan Fillion would have brought that part to life. But he didn't. Life is unfair. Tom Holland is playing that guy in the movie. I've never been into these games, but he's a sassy action hero. I haven't played enough of the games to really be able to tell you more. There you go. He's better than a monkey.
I have no frame of reference. Where would you put him?
Oh, that's fine by me. I don't really either. I'm just giving you the information.
Jesus, I'm sure he has a personality. Let's at least put him above fucking Sora.
There you go.
That's fine.
That's the guy from fucking The Last of Us that Pedro Pascal is playing. Joel, I think his name is, or some shit like that. He's Kratos, but worse.
Cool.
He's like a shittier dad, and he's not as cool. And, like, he's also a terrible person for the sake of his family, but he kind of goes out like a bitch. Spoilers.
So... there?
Sure.
And Dante's got a good look. Frogger's trying to get across the street.
There you go.
Okay, now we come to cameraman. That guy's a douchebag.
He's covered wars, you know.
Yeah, I bet he has. They've chosen a protagonist from the Red Dead series, and for whatever reason, this one.
I'm fully fucking butt mad, by the way, that John Marston is on this list, and Arthur...
Not James Marsters?
Shut up. And Arthur Morgan isn't. Arthur Morgan should be on this list. Top of S tier, by the way. This fucking guy is fine. He's fine.
I have no frame of reference.
I've
never played a game where he was the playable character.
I have.
At least in the part of the game where he was a playable character.
And I've watched most of the rest, because I'm not going to go back and play Red Dead Redemption. But he's just... shittier Arthur Morgan. He's kind of dumb. He means well, but he's easily confused. He's a person who used to be bad, and instead of trying to do something right about it, he's trying to do the Kratos, but again, worse, because he doesn't have as much of an excuse as Kratos. He just kind of grew up as a fucking criminal. He wasn't... a horrible tragedy wasn't foisted upon him. But he's just trying to karma Houdini away a lifetime of being a dickhead criminal. And then the government forces him to try and right his past wrongs, and then screws him over. He's Arthur Morgan, but worse in almost every possible way.
So like around Spyro, or...
God, this list is stupid. Yeah, below Spyro the fucking dragon.
Spyro, okay. I will say I'm more interested in playing a Spyro game than I am whatever he's in. I've briefly played these games. Wow, Vin Diesel, but
that's Dominic Toretto from the Fast and the Furious movies.
There we go. That seems right. Right between Yakuza and Dante Bosco.
I have no idea who the fuck that is.
I don't. If I checked. We'll check again, but I don't believe the images say. No, it just says 49. So unless that guy's name is 49,
I have no idea who the fuck that is. Minecraft Steve
is not a fucking protagonist.
He has he's the main character. You play him.
Except that I can change my skin at a whim, and I can be anyone from a possum to
a robot
to Assassin's Creed protagonist to Luke Skywalker
to any of the other people on this list.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a shitty dad from Grand Theft Auto 4. He's like a lifelong criminal who is trying to do right. He's John Marston, but worse.
So, like, not as cool as Sir Dan. You know what? I kind of want to give some credit to Nights into Dreams. He's probably cooler than that guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Rayman, I couldn't tell you anything about his personality.
Me neither.
I mean, we don't know him. You know what, though? I'm going to put you up here.
The rabbits are worse.
Yeah, and I don't think
I know about them, and I hate them.
Like, even in their own games, I don't think they're protagonists. I think they're a thing you have to deal with, maneuver. I guess maybe the Rabbids in the Mario Rabbids tactical RPG.
We can move on.
Okay. This is Ranaharigan?
I believe that's Connor. It's an Assassin's Creed guy, but, like, it's very in shadow. But I recognize that necklace, and his neckline is too open for Altair, and that's not Ezio. So that almost has to be Connor. And Connor is an asshole for good reasons.
My least favorite part of that game, and not long after I stopped playing it, was when I couldn't be his dad anymore.
Was it Nathan Kenworth? It's been so long.
Nathaniel, maybe?
Nathaniel.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Connor he's on like a roaring rampage of revenge for most of his game, only it's a reasonable quest for revenge. He's not that mad. He's just gonna do the revenge.
I would put him probably a full letter grade lower than where you would. Why don't you take this one?
Where will you put him?
I mean, I have a hard time arguing that he's worse than Sora. Probably above Nathan Drake.
He's got more depth than Little Mac.
Yeah, but Little Mac is just good.
Fair enough. Right there's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Banjo of Banjo-Kazooie.
Don't know anything about him.
I like him in Smash Brothers.
Me too.
I think he's really fun to control. I am going to put this stupid dehorfing creature above that guy. Conker of Conker's Bad Fur Day fame.
He's a Rick and Morty character.
Yeah, he's a belligerent drunk.
No thanks.
I guess I'll put him with the other belligerent drunk.
Yeah, sounds fine.
Yeah. You know, he's at least orange. Master Chief.
Master Chief belongs
we're gonna put some people together again. Hold on.
Oh yeah, we got the helmet bros.
The helmet crew. You got a helmet. That's great. Please talk about Master Chief, because
Master Chief should be S tier.
You got a helmet.
John 117 is an excellent example of having a very well developed character without talking a lot. Because these other characters who we say don't have a personality, it's not because they're not talking. John doesn't talk a lot, but when he does talk, he has a very consistent... He's a very consistent person, and he's an incredibly sad character for being the protagonist of such a fun, action-packed series of games.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just not.
Dope, because I'm willing to fight for this.
Yeah, I don't have enough to say that's like he would belong in A tier if he wasn't in S tier, like at least in my estimation. So I'm not going to argue with that. He's a great minimalist representation of a couple of moods, and the backstory fills in the rest of the details that you would need. He does fine. I like Samus. I think Samus has been fucked by a couple of her games. So, probably cooler than... I'm going to say Queen of B tier there.
Samus goes where you want her to go, friend.
I mean, that's about, like...
That's fine. Does Bomberman have a personality?
No, he's a little robot that's supposed to blow stuff up. And sometimes an evil robot blows stuff up that oughtn't to be blown up.
Okay.
He's not even trying to get across the street.
The Dovahkiin doesn't have a personality. It's very much the same as fucking like Minecraft Steve or Link.
Here's a fucking thing, all right? Where is Shepard?
Where is Shepard?
Like, because Shepard is more easily quantifiable than the many different versions of a personality you can strap to the Dovahkiin. Shepard's not here?
There's at least 2 Shepards. There's at least 2.
Well, there's only 2.
And it's it's bimodal. It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Your Shepard will fall somewhere between the 2 extremes on the Shepard spectrum.
Whereas the Dovahkiin it could be anything.
Yeah, it's literally the point. It's like having the fucking Neverine on here.
I'm gonna put him in under not a protagonist. Yes, obviously he is the protagonist. It's a little bit more not a character.
Much like Minecraft Steve.
Sure.
You can be an Argonian, you can change your skin, you don't gotta be a Nord with a weird helmet.
Now this is edgy Master Chief.
The Doomslayer is great, but two-dimensional. And you gotta have at least 3 dimensions to get above C tier.
Okay. I'm going to put him... You know what? I'm going to do some rearranging here. Lil Mac, just trying his best. Ryu, maybe needs to get laid. Doomslayer, maybe is not doing the right thing.
No.
He's just doing it in the right place.
He is an elemental force.
Yes. Captain Falcon.
I don't know fuck all about Captain Falcon. I know him from Smash Bros.
There's not much to know about. He's a racing game character.
Okay, well
He's a 2-minute entry in Violent Profiles.
Whoa.
If that.
Yeah, okay. Well, that sounds like D tier to me.
Yeah, he's not as cool as Link. He's probably cooler. He's got more personality than Knights. He's got more personality than Link, if I'm being honest, but Link's got
swag.
Status. Yeah. Shovel Knight
Haven't played.
I have. He doesn't have a lot of personality. He's very much in that Doomslayer or Simon Belmont vein. He's just a good knight. You know, I'm gonna... He can go with Link.
There
That's
you go.
Fine. Kirby.
He's just a happy-go-lucky little guy.
Yeah.
Trying to live his life, eat food. He belongs with Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he can go in the Donkey Kong zone. The Kong zone. Kirby can be a little mischievous, so we'll put him a little above.
Nice.
Oh, that's fine. Fox McLeod. I'm lying. They spell it McCloud.
I don't remember fuck all about Fox's actual personality.
He's
Sorry.
snarky.
It's been too long.
He's the snarky leader.
Oh, okay. So he's, to put it in modern parlance, he's Star-Lord?
Yes.
But not a goober, I assume.
No, not really.
Thus less endearing. God, this list is stupid. Put him next to Nathan Drake.
I've legitimately forgotten which one of these guys is Nathan Drake. Okay, this guy. Is he better than not Altair?
That's for you to decide.
I don't care.
Okay.
Pikachu is not the protagonist.
Nope, that's the Pokemon
Pikachu's
thing.
a side character. Pikachu's personality is Pika-Pee, and that's it.
I've never played Earthbound.
Ness doesn't have a fucking personality. Ness is you. It's the avatar. It's not.
So he goes with Minecraft Steve.
Yeah, and not a... I mean, he is the protagonist, but in the Minecraft Steve, I don't give a fuck about She-Hulk. I honestly don't give a fuck about Glasses Man, except for his excellent fan fictions.
Gordon Freeman is...
I keep wanting to say Ramsey.
I mean, very much in the same... He belongs with Link. He's... What personality he has, you give him, and he has iconic stature on his side. But he's not a skin. He's definitely a person.
Shell...
Same
thing.
Same exact thing.
It's not about... The story is about reacting to her presence. She doesn't say anything. Captain Falcon's cooler. Not a fucking protagonist. It's an ensemble game. That's like putting Reinhardt here and going, he's the hero of Overwatch.
Yes, that is exactly what that's like.
It's fucking stupid. This is... It has to be Lara Croft. I don't know where this image is from.
I don't know what Lara Croft that is. I'm going to say... I'm going to declare that is Lara Croft from the reboot series. S tier.
I'll just move her along. Is she better than Snake?
Fuck, no. God, okay. No, she's not. Fuck! But
I don't know who this chef is.
He just seems
I
like
want to say
fella.
he's like from Virtua Fighter.
I hope he gets his restaurant going.
Yeah.
Scorpion's not a fucking protagonist.
Not a fucking protagonist. Liu Kang is the protagonist. There is a protagonist in that game.
In Mortal Kombat, there actually is a protagonist, and it's not fucking Scorpion.
What the fuck?
I don't know who this fucking anime character is.
So, like, it looks like Shantae, but I don't know what that headband is, and I think there's a character in Shantae who looks like Shantae, but isn't Shantae. I've never played a Shantae game. She's just a sexy genie. I don't
Sans
care.
the Funny Skeleton is not the protagonist of his
protagonist.
game. Sans the Funny Skeleton is excellent.
If we were rating him, he would be at least A, I think.
I mean, yeah, A, maybe S. Sans the Funny Skeleton is a great character. Genuinely, as someone who actually does not like Undertale that much, Sans rules, but he's not, crucially, the protagonist of that video game.
This is the main character from that stupid bad platformer that everyone over worships. What the hell's the name of it? Cave Story.
Oh, well then, yeah, I don't care. I don't know you and I don't care to know you.
You're better than anyone, Monkey. You know, better than that guy. Probably better than that guy. Probably better than Banjo. Bomberman's here. Same fucking thing. Just a weird robot.
Freddy Fazbear's only the protagonist if you believe the point of the game is to be killed.
He's literally the guy who kills you. I can't...
He cannot be less the protagonist.
This is Taz the Tasmanian Tiger. I don't
know you, and I don't care to know you.
Fine. You look kind of cool.
I don't know who that fucking crocodile is.
Croc has like no personality, but I've never played his games. I've never played a Gex game. I understand he's sort of like if Sonic was voiced by that one dude who was in all the '90s commercials.
Genuinely, it is hilarious because they are both. He is. What if the Geico Gecko was James Bond?
I thought he was like a schizo.
A little.
Okay.
But like in 90s kids game level schizo.
All right. Where's the that penguin guy? No, fish. He was a fish.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the protagonist. James Pond. That's who I was thinking of. You're gonna put fucking Gex on here. You're gonna put goddamn Bubsy on here.
Gex belongs in like the Banjo area, I feel.
Yeah, Banjo Zone, the Banjone.
The Ban Zone.
That's fine.
Earthworm
Are we
Jim.
sure Dante's trying to cross the street?
I don't think he is.
No. Marcus Phoenix is probably a good dad or something, so he can stay above Frogger. Earthworm Jim is great. The guy who made him's a dipshit, but Earthworm Jim is great.
Put him where you want him.
He's just funny. He's good. Crash Zone.
There you go.
I think Crash is more iconic. But Earthworm Jim.
Bubsy 3D is I don't know you and I don't care to know you tier for me.
Bubsy is, he is Gex. He's just less successful and at the same time more.
Well, there you go.
Gex has sunglasses.
That's fucking Gohan with a funny hat on.
These years of me talking to this man and him giving me shit about my Akira Toriyama same face. And this is my crowning moment.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm being born.
Akira Toriyama can draw different people. That is fucking Gohan.
Please ignore these
That's
two.
That's not Goku. That's not Goten. That is specifically fucking Gohan's face with a funny hat on. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. Your hat looks dumb.
He's from Dragon Quest. I've never played the Dragon Quest games, but for a little bit. Chrono. Chrono, I think, would be just above Link.
Sounds great.
Because he has indeed expressed more personality in his actions than Link, despite the fact that Chrono has only had one game. Where's the entire roster of Chrono Cross? Where's Pashul? S tier.
Travis Touchdown is a loser. And he is a Skeezix.
Oh, okay. I was going to move him. You know what? At least this guy's keeping monkeys locked up. I think
I don't know what the fuck that
that's the protagonist of the Dead Horse game with all the giants.
Is that the fucking guy from the Colossus?
Yeah.
God, what the fuck is the name of that game?
Shadow of the Colossus. I think.
Oh, if that's who that is, that guy's a fucking dick. Those Colossi were not hurting anyone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he brings about the end of the world.
He does.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even save his girlfriend or whatever. He ends up dying. He's a dick and a loser who failed. But worse than Monkey.
Yeah, worse than Monkey. Yeah. Wow. Shenmue from Shenmue.
I know memes about that game, but I don't know that guy.
I don't even know if that's actually his name. I've never played a Shenmue. It's like Yakuza, but not.
That Snail, I don't know who he is, but I do care to know him.
Earl from Toe Jam and Earl.
Okay.
He's a big, fun, rapping guy. What if Notorious B.I.G. were G-rated?
Great. I love him.
Yeah, he's pretty good. There's nothing to hate here. I don't know why we have chosen specifically Earl as the protagonist. They're a duo.
Well, it's
what's
only
with the Toe Jam hate?
I mean, by that measure, he goes in the Banjo zone.
He does.
Because Kazooie is not in that fucking
fair.
screenshot.
Kazooie is cropped violently. I mean, he's better than. I'm sorry, no. Like he gets elevated because he's cool. He's not a dickhead. I don't think he's as cool as that guy. Probably.
There you go.
I don't. You should probably move up, buddy. Yeah, that's probably good.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's the Blob from De Blob.
Nope.
I've never played it, but like this is like picking the character
and Arthur
who runs.
Morgan isn't here.
This is like picking the character who runs in Temple Run. What the fuck? First of all, why this game?
Duke Nukem is a fucking loser.
But that's the joke.
Yes, but unlike Travis, it is also the joke with Travis Touchdown, to be perfectly fair.
Okay.
Like, he's a comedic character.
He would unleash monkeys, though.
He would.
And I don't care
Duke
for
Nukem
that.
would not. Duke Nukem...
I mean, if we're taking the character's entire breadth, there are still the first two Duke Nukem games where he is just a fucking cool-ass action hero defeating aliens.
Duke belongs in D tier because he doesn't have 3 dimensions.
Absolutely. I'm going to pop him right next to Yakuza Guy.
Sounds great.
Not as cool.
That's a plant.
It's not a fucking protagonist.
That's a plant. Qbert doesn't have a fucking personality, my dude. I'm sorry.
He gets upset and swears.
Oh, that's...
But only in Grolix's.
Well, then he's at least monkey tier.
Yeah, he's better than a monkey. He would never unleash a monkey. He had a TV show, but I don't remember watching it.
Is he better than Banjo?
Ooh, we're going... Oh, better than Banjo. I'm trying to decide if he's better than Frogger.
Ooh.
This guy's a douchebag. Do we want him that hot? Yeah,
he's kind. I mean, he is kind of a douchebag. Like, if you want to lower him, I'm not going to complain.
Let's put him closer to Dante there.
There you go.
Those robots didn't do anything wrong. He fucking conquer, honestly. Get over there. I don't like this game, but that robot's inoffensive. Qbert is not trying to cross the street. He is trying to go down the stairs.
That's fair. That's a reasonable desire.
It's time, man. It's your golden hour.
It's
your boy, Toomba.
I don't know how you're surprised that I remember Toomba.
I'm not surprised that you remember Toomba. I am surprised that out of all of these Z-tier PlayStation mascots, you remember the one that had one game in the States and one that never showed up.
I played a lot of Toomba.
Respect. I've heard it's a good game.
He's just a funky little cave boy. What if Goku was Gnar instead of being just like a regular kid?
I like his hair.
He's great. He's a little funky cave boy.
Put him where you want, man.
He belongs firmly, I would say, C tier.
Oh, okay. Where in C tier?
He's better than Nathan Drake.
Okay. There we go. Toomba-ing it up. We have chosen, for whatever reason, Rash as the main character of Battletoads.
Okay, so that's the Battletoad that he is.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know anything about the personalities of the Battletoads.
Pimple is the big brown one. He's the burly bruiser of the group. And Zitz is the leadery type, but like edgy.
I hate the Battletoads. I think I hate them.
They're very biker mice from Mars in their dynamic.
No, do not besmirch the name of the biker mice.
In their dynamic, in the way their triumvirate goes together. I like the Battletoads for nostalgia reasons, but like I've played their beat 'em up briefly, and it's just kind of gross.
They sound gross. They sound gross.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
I gotta give them like some credit.
Travis Touchdown. Joel, fucking Last of Us.
Probably not as well developed as whoever this guy is.
Fair enough.
I want to say Twunker.
That's a Funko Pop.
Okay, that is the small robot titular character of Chibi Robo, a game that had like one fucking game, I think, on the GameCube, and for some reason the internet acts like it was big.
That's a Funko Pop.
It's a mobile one. This is bullshit. It's a cute little robot. It has never covered wars. It's probably nicer. Yeah, okay, the Robozone. In fact, he's in a better game. So there we go. Cooking Mama, not the protagonist.
No, you are. She is explaining things to you. That's Siegfried. Siegfried's not a protagonist.
No, he's in fact the villain.
of many of those games. Not all.
Not
many.
all, but enough.
I think as much as I have similar feelings to this character as you do to Kratos, Geralt of Rivia can't go below A tier. If we're being honest with ourselves, he can't.
Yeah, I liked his show until they decided to ruin it.
Like, it's not about whether or not we like him. He's just a well enough written character that it would be dishonest. Animal Crossing Villagers is skin.
It's a Minecraft Steve zone. Phoenix Wright.
That neck is fucked up.
Yeah,
I do not like the neck on that.
It is weird art of Phoenix Wright because like it's from the front, so you're not getting his iconic hair shape. He looks like he's halfway into cosplaying Wolverine.
Like if he was looking that way and said like you could, he's very instantly recognizable looking off to fucking stage left or whatever.
I've not played a lot of Phoenix Wright games, but I know he is a good character. I'm thinking somewhere in C tier. Probably better than Sora.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds fine. I've never played a Professor Layton game. I'm sorry, I don't know you. I kind of care to know you, so you can hang out with Rayman.
You seem fine. That's literally Spider-Man.
This is I have yeah.
That's Spider-Man S tier.
I mean, obviously, but why is Spider-Man here and not Wolverine? Why is Spider-Man here and not SpongeBob? Why is Spider-Man here and not Rick and Morty? Excuse me, we're only allowed one Morty for some reason. Why?
No, honestly, of the two, Morty is the protagonist.
Then Rick, I apologize. Given the rest of this fucking list.
That is literally Spider-Man.
I'm gonna dock him points for being Spider-Man in this otherwise only video game related list.
Or at least primarily video game related.
Yeah. Same thing for Batman. Like, you guys can be buddies. But like
you have other
this
lists.
This is cheating. Yeah. Go back to your own list.
You are smurfing. That's what this is. You are smurfing in a lower elo.
Abe from the Abe's Odyssey games, the Oddworld games. Yeah, I think he
I want to put him higher up just because look at him. Look at his face.
He's a good guy. He's
trying his fucking best.
He's the Messiah, freeing his people.
And his people are terrible.
Yeah, and he likes to fart now and then.
Well, we all have that. I think Abe gets to B tier just on pity.
I think he gets in the donkey zone. The more this is happening, I think Samus needs to slide down. You're a badass bounty hunter. You're still better than Cloud. But her character got so damaged for me, and they haven't really done anything to recover it since then. She's just been gone back to... Isn't this Hatsune Miku?
I assume.
I don't know what game she's the protagonist of, but she's not a protagonist. Speaking of not a protagonist, he's not even the protagonist. You could argue that this dude is, whose name I forget off the top of my head, it's like Goldschlager,
Soul
Fuckhammer.
Bad Guy?
That's it. He's closer to the protagonist, but it's a fighting game, not a protagonist.
Sweet
Tooth is not the protagonist.
Absolutely not the protagonist of the Twisted Metal games.
Nobody is.
Ryu Hayabusa is the protagonist of Ninja Gaiden.
We end on a protagonist. He's a fine... put him in this tier, right next to Simon Belmont.
Yeah, there we go.
Similar vibe. He's just trying to fight evil. He's a good guy, a little misogynistic.
Well,